Hi, it's Ellen and welcome to my crochet channel. Today I want to show you how to crochet this beautiful poncho. It looks very special and elegant, but it's actually not difficult to make. You will just need to learn how to make lover's knots, also known as Solomon knots, and I'll guide you through each step. This poncho is light, airy, and just perfect. You can wear it for an evening walk, over a dress, with jeans, or as a pretty handmade wrap for almost any outfit. And when you wear it, you will shine like a diamond, elegant, feminine, and unique, and people will definitely notice your beautiful crochet work. So, grab your yarn and hook, and let's crochet this gorgeous poncho together. The first step is to chain 77 stitches, then make 2 rows of single crochet. So in that case, if your size is extra small, small or medium, this poncho will fit you perfectly. If you have a larger size, large or medium transitioning into large or extra large, you will need to do not 77 stitches but 84 stitches or even 91 single crochet. Try it on yourself once you have worked at least 1 row of single crochet, and you will get a sense of the approximate width. Keep in mind that these diamonds made of Solomon knots stretch. In any case, they stretch and the piece will have some give. So step 1 is 77 chains, then 2 rows of 77 single crochet. Then you start the Solomon knot. The first row will look like a half a diamond. So this is the first row. And in total, there will be 11 half a diamonds. Counting the Solomon knots themselves is a little bit tricky, but counting the diamonds is much easier. So let's focus on the diamonds as a guide. After you've made the 11 half a diamonds, you will need to move down to the second row by crocheting 3 Solomon knots. 1, 2, and 3. And join here at the top of the half a diamond from previous row. And then you will continue working by making 2 Solomon knots across. And again, at the edge, you're gonna make 3 Solomon knots and join at the top of the diamond from previous row. That's it. Throughout the entire row, you just do 2 Solomon knots, but when you reach the edge of the piece, you again make 3 Solomon knots and turn the piece and connect to the very top of the first diamond and continue working, making 2 Solomon knots across. And when you finish crocheting a row, don't forget to quickly count. You should have 11 full diamonds each time. In case you have a larger size, you're gonna make 84 single crochet, which will equal to 12 diamonds instead of 11. And if you were extra large size, probably you will make 91 single crochet, which will equal to 13 diamonds. The number of chains must be divisible by 7. Again, try it on yourself and then you will have that sense of your piece. 1 Solomon knot or lover's knot equals to 1 inch and equals to 2.5 centimeters. Okay? The fiber I'm working with today is Aunt Lydia's crochet thread number 3, and I'm using a hook number 2. Then I have a mix of sequins. The small sequins I want to put on the row of single crochet, You may do a full row of sequins. You may leave it without. It's up to you. I will be putting them somewhere and only on the front part of my poncho. So once you've done the one row of single crochet, start the second row and now you can add sequins. And I will show you how. Start working a single crochet but do not complete it. You will have 2 loops on the hook. Then place a sequin on the hook and yarn over and pull the yarn through, completing the single crochet. Again. Start working a single crochet and then put the sequin on your hook and pull the yarn through the sequin like so. This way your sequins, they will not stick out. All right, continue the row of single crochet with sequins. Once you've done with a row of single crochet, just chain 1 and turn your work. Now we're gonna work Solomon knots, the first row of them. To do Solomon knot, pull up a larger length, anchor the bottom, just hold it, and yarn over and pull the yarn through. So that's make a very large chain, right? Then insert your hook into the back bump. The back bump is this one, not this, but this one. Then yarn over and work single crochet. So to be able to keep the consistent length of the Solomon knot, I compare it with the length of my thumb phalanx. The thumb phalanx is usually equals to 1 inch or 2.5 centimeters. So I occasionally just put it and compare with the length of Solomon knot. That helps me a lot. Okay, once you've done the first Solomon knot, work second. So to do that, hold the yarn here, pull it, again anchor the bottom, pull the yarn through, and grab this back bump, see, pull the yarn through and make 1 single crochet. All right, now so this is the first stitch I've made a Solomon knot, right? So now count 7 after this stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Insert your hook and make a slip stitch. this is what you should have. Again, make 2 Solomon knots. Again, I can compare it with the phalanx of my thumb. Pull the yarn through, hold it, and insert your hook underneath the back bump, like so. Again, hold. It takes a little while to learn how to make the Solomon knot, but trust me, it's easy. Then again, I count 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And insert the hook right here and join with a slip stitch. Work across the row like so, and you're gonna have 11 half a diamonds. Now I have 11 half a diamonds. Next step is we have to start the second row, and to do that, make 3 Solomon knots at the edge. Okay, 3 Solomon knots are ready. Now turn your work and join at the top of the diamond from previous row, right here. Just make a slip stitch. That's it. Now you have the full diamond, first diamond. Next, make 2 Solomon knots. Across the row, you're gonna work 2 Solomon knots only. And join right here on the top of the second diamond. Again, right away make 2 knots. From the second row, you don't have to count 7 stitches. You just, at the end of the row, count the number of diamonds, and that's it. Again, work 2 knots and join on the top of the next diamond. From the next row, I'm going to show you how to add sequins. I don't want to overwhelm you. Okay, once I'm done with this one, I'm going to show you how does it look like. See? So work the same, just 2 Solomon knots and join here, then 2 Solomon knots and join here, then here, and we will meet at the end right here. I decided to move on the couch and I think it's going to be a lot easier to show. So I'm done with 11 diamonds, full set of diamonds. Then I've made 3 Solomon knots to start the next set of diamonds. Then next step, turn your work and join this knot, the last knot on the top of this diamond. And now you can start adding sequins. So if you work with this big sequins, I don't think it's going to be look pretty with lots of sequins on top of each diamond. But if you work with a small one, absolutely put them on the top of each diamond. It will look absolutely pretty. So I will be adding the sequins occasionally, here and there. To add the sequin, place it on the top of the hook, then fix it with the chaining 1, like so. It will not move and it's secure. Now join with a slip stitch on the top of the diamond and right away make 2 knots. To make the second diamond. Again, you may put the sequin, you may not, it's up to you. Make 2 knots again. Place a sequin on the hook and fix it by chaining 1 and make a slip stitch on the top of the diamond. This is what you will have. Continue working and don't forget to count. You're gonna have the same 11 diamonds in this row. At the end, make 3 Solomon knots and join on the top of the diamond to start the next set of diamonds and work until you reach the length before you start tapering. Look, this is the first diamond. And I'm gonna count the full 7 diamonds along. So this is the first, then the second is going to be, then third, and eventually I'm gonna make 7 diamonds along. Here is 1, 2, 3 diamonds. And this is how a piece will look like with 7 full diamonds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Crochet until this point, and the next step is going to be tapering. For tapering, you're gonna need 2 markers per each piece. So you have done 11 diamonds, then make 1 Solomon knot, and place the marker on it. Now work as usual, make 2 Solomon knots, turn your work, Now, absolutely the same way, work first diamond, this is what you will have. Now again, work 10 more diamonds and reach the last diamond, and we will meet at the end. All right, once you've done with 11 diamonds, place the second marker right here, right at the edge. Make one Solomon knot, only one at the edge. Turn your work and join this Solomon knot right here at the top of the diamond, like so. In this row you will make 10 diamonds. In this row you're gonna have 10 diamonds, and same way at the edge work only one Solomon knot, and turn your work. Join it right here at the top of the first diamond. In this row work 9 diamonds. All right, I'm done with 9 diamonds. As you can see, we already have this tapering, and the number of diamonds in each row is decreasing. Same way, work only one Solomon knot and join it at the top of the diamond. Then work 8 diamonds, join the last one right here. Again, work only one Solomon knot, join it on the top of the diamond, and work 7. Then 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And eventually your piece will look like this. Just one note: when you do tapering, after each row, check the number of diamonds. You will make less mistakes after you placing your poncho on surface, and check the number of diamonds after each row. The last step of this piece is just leave the tail longer and cut it, and after that you make a knot, and you can hide this longer tail with a fringe, like so. Now make the second piece the same way, and next step is joining two pieces together. To join the pieces, this will be absolutely invisible. Place the two sides next to each other and make sure that if you made the sequins in the row consisting of single crochet, you place them on the front side. We're gonna join the pieces from the bottom and use needle with thread. Look where the markers were, and that means from this point you need to start joining the pieces. I'm gonna leave the tail of the thread a bit longer, and we'll just hide it later along with the fringe. Join right here, make a knot, start joining with the second side, and wrap it around like so. Then move upward like so. Again, find these corners. Wrap around again. This way you will end up with an additional diamond. Then again, move upward. One more time. And again, wrap around these two corners. Continue to the next corner. Now connect these two rows of single crochet, make it even, and try to work as invisible as possible. At the end, just make a knot and weave in the tail. Now repeat the same process on the other side. Try on the poncho and you're all set. The next step is adding the fringe. On each diamond along the sides, right where the tapering begins, just after the marker, start adding one fringe per diamond. If you know how to add them, do it in your preferred way. If not, I will show you. Simply take any convenient book whose width matches with the desired fringe length. Then hold one end of the yarn like so and wrap it around the book as many times as you like. I will do 7 wraps. And 7. If you are making the same size poncho as I am, note that if you do more wraps, 2 skeins of yarn will not be enough. So either do fewer than 7 or use an extra skein of yarn. So I wrapped it 7 times, then just cut the yarn. Now hold all 7 strands on both sides like this and cut it in the middle. Fold the yarn in half like this and simply wrap it around the Okay, let's start from this one. Wrap it around the side of the diamond, making a knot or a loop, like that. That's basically it. I think when you finish, you will really love it. And that's all. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.